Okay. So I think it's not just for me unbelievable that somebody is on stage for 50 years. Did you ever expect that you would make this job for such a long time when you started in 1974?
Well, let me just say, es ist wunderbar, wieder in Augsburg in Gersthofen zu sein. I started with a dream, like I suppose most people. And the dream was just to see, could I do this? Because I have no musical background, not in my family. I can't read music or write music. I knew nothing at all about the music industry. And the day I held my first album in my hands, I thought the sky was going to be full of rockets. But no, it's been a long, long time, and the road has been very tough because this is one of the hardest businesses in the world. Particularly, it's just one of you. I write all the songs, all the music, the words, do all the interviews, all the concerts and television stuff. But I'm absolutely delighted. But I have to tell you, you have to have, I think, two things to be successful for that long a time. First of all, you have to have good health. And if you heard the sound check, you can hear my voice is in very good shape. But more important, you have to have an audience who want to hear what you're doing. And I'm very lucky because there are people all over the world still who want to hear me performing.
And especially now here in Germany, this summer you have 10 concerts in 18 days, and you will come back in autumn and October and November. Yeah. So it's for me a sign that the German crowd loves you still, or?
Yes, I think here in Germany it's kind of a love affair between me and Germany. I can't tell you why, you'll have to ask the audience, but it is a very important part of my professional life. And not just that, but I also come here on holidays. I've been on holidays with my family several times to Baden-Baden, to Munich, Cologne, Berlin, all over the place. It's a fantastic country. I know that if you live in a country, you see the faults, the things that are wrong. But I've been coming here, I suppose, most of the last 40 years, and I've seen every part. Actually, this is the first time. I've been to Augsburg before, but not to Gersthofen. Anyway, but it's good to be here.
So it's and you're not only on stage for that long time. You are still creative. Your last album, it is from 2021, The Legend of Robin Hood, a very personal form of that legend. Do you ever, or do you think there will be one day that point that you say, okay, now it's enough. I'm ready. I've put out everything I got inside, or is it always working and working and working?
Well, there's an album coming out this year called 50, and it's a track that I've chosen from 25 albums that I've made. Very hard to choose one track, and I've written and recorded 3 new songs, and they will be on this record. I suppose if you're a creative person, you never stop wanting to write songs. But it depends. Usually if I'm looking at a project, I will write. For example, the Robin Hood album was in conjunction with this musical, Robin Hood, which is a big success. So far it's been seen in Munich. It's been recently in Linz in Österreich. It's been in Berlin, Frankfurt, Fulda, many times. Where else has it been? Hamann, actually all over. But it's been seen by about 500,000 people, so it's a big success. And that was great fun to get involved in a project like that.
Does it make any difference the time you are on stage as a young man or as a daddy or as a granddaddy? Or is it when Chris de Burgh is on stage, then Chris de Burgh is on stage? It doesn't matter which time.
Well, when I look at my, for example, live in Dublin, occasionally I look at that video, I am just non-stop. I'm jumping. I'm like Taylor Swift or so. I'm jumping all over the place. Except I'm not going to say Taylor Swift mimes, but some people do mime. But I'm not mime. I'm jumping and singing to the point I remember performing in football stadiums, 50,000, 100,000, and I had oxygen backstage, go because I was so out of breath. That doesn't happen much anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, very active. But the point is the voice, and I may not run around as much, but I hope that people will enjoy my concert, and it's a very intimate way of connecting with people, particularly solo. I mean, I do have a band that we often play together, but the solo performances are great fun.
Does it matter what, or is it a difference to play open air like today for you?
There are differences, yeah. For example, of course, the weather. Also, applause dies very fast. But indoors, it's obviously louder and stronger. So you have to be ready for a few things like that. And when I was on stage doing my sound check, the wind was blowing across the microphone.
Okay.
So I have to be aware of things like that. And but I like open air, actually. It's good fun, particularly if somebody brings me up a beer.
Okay.
What is the famous beer here?
Oh, there are a lot of. So.
Which one do you like here from Augsburg?
Oh my God, I'm not really drinking. I'm not a real beer drinker. So
okay, well, I'm sure somebody
more wine.
Oh, me too.
But we have some. It's not. Do we have in Augsburg any breweries still? It's Riegele. Riegele. That's a typical Augsburg.
Okay.
But there are a lot of small breweries around here. So
actually, I may talk about it, but I never drink on the day of a show.
Okay.
So maybe a sip of beer.
Okay.
Just for a laugh, you know.
Okay. Then thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
I wish you a lot of applause. Not dying away.
No, I'm going to enjoy this, and I hope that people enjoy my show here tonight.
I'm sure. So,
Vielen Dank.
welcome in
Gersthofen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.